I have a question for you. When was the last time you said something to someone that left them genuinely moved? Not just a casual compliment or a polite remark, but words that lingered in their mind long after the moment had passed. If you're like most people, it's probably been a while, or maybe you can't even remember. And that's okay, because it's not always easy to know what to say, to truly connect on a deeper level. Here's the thing. Most people stick to the basics. They rely on simple surface-level comments like, nice outfit, or you look great, which might earn a polite thank you, but don't go any further. They're forgettable because they only scratch the surface. But if you've ever wondered why some words stick, why some people can effortlessly make others feel valued, admired, or even captivated, you're in the right place in this video. We're going to uncover 6 powerful ideas, ways to express yourself that don't just compliment someone, but resonate with them. These aren't typical remarks you'd hear every day. They're crafted to highlight what makes someone truly unique, to acknowledge the things that most people overlook. And when you use them the right way, you'll notice something amazing. The way people respond changes the connections you build, feels stronger, more meaningful. So if you've ever wanted to stand out, to be someone who leaves a lasting impression, stick with me, because what we're about to explore will transform the way you communicate and the impact your words can have. Now, let's be honest. Most people completely miss the mark when it comes to connecting through words. They fall back on clichés or compliments that might sound nice in the moment, but are forgotten as quickly as they're said. Things like, you're so pretty, or nice. Smiles, sure, those are fine, but let's be real, they don't stick. Why, given that they are general? What distinguishes a meaningful compliment from the rest is that they demonstrate that you've actually noticed the person in front of you. The truth is that we all want to feel seen on a deeper level than the obvious. We want to feel like someone has taken the time to understand us and notice the things that make us unique and who we are. Today's topic goes beyond simply making people feel good. It's about creating meaningful moments that last. It's about identifying the traits in someone that others frequently overlook, and expressing your gratitude in a way that feels sincere and distinctive. This is where things get really interesting. The timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to look past outward manifestations and concentrate on what truly matters, motivates the concepts we will discuss today. This goes beyond words. It's about how you connect with people, show up in relationships, and leave them feeling, if you're ready, remain with me. By the end of this video, you will have 6 powerful ideas to enhance your interactions and make them more meaningful and unforgettable. The first point is that you possess a unique perspective. Sincerely telling someone you have such a unique way of looking at things is more than just words. It's a recognition of their mind, their perspective, and their individuality. Why is this so impactful? Because deep down, we all want to feel like our thoughts and opinions matter. We want to know that the way we see the world is not only valid, but valued. And when you take the time to notice this in someone, you're saying, I see you not just for what you look like or how you act, but how you think. That's a powerful message to send. Imagine this. You're having a conversation with someone, and they're sharing their take on a book they just finished, or maybe their thoughts on a current event. Instead of just nodding or waiting for your turn to speak, you pause and really take in what they're saying. Then you respond with something like, wow, I hadn't thought of it that way before. That's such an interesting perspective. In that moment, you're doing more than complimenting them. You're validating the way their mind works. You're telling them that their thoughts are worth listening to. And here's the key. Returning to Stoicism, the Stoics emphasized observing past appearances and focusing on the content of things, avoiding distractions. It's not about attempting to agree or flatter them. Rather, it's about truly respecting the distinctiveness of their viewpoint. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about seeing the true nature of the world and the people around us. By giving someone a compliment like this, you're putting that very principle into practice. You're demonstrating that you value depth, that you recognize the beauty of a person's inner world rather than just what's on display. This kind of compliment doesn't just make an impression. It builds a connection. It shows that you're someone who listens, that you pay attention, and that you value the qualities that truly matter. In a world where so many interactions feel rushed or shallow, that kind of attention can mean everything. Next time you're talking to someone, look for the spark of individuality in what they're saying. Observe how they think and process the world, and echo that back to them. You'll be astounded by how much it resonates with point number 2. There's something about your energy that's so captivating. Discuss something everyone notices but can't always explain. When you tell someone, there's something about your energy that's so captivating, you're recognizing a quality that goes beyond the obvious. Not what they wear, look like, or say, but how they make people feel. Have you ever experienced a sudden uplift in the atmosphere when someone enters a room? A little more alive is the type of energy we're referring to. It could be their smile, the warmth in their voice, or even just the way they carry themselves. It's that almost imperceptible force that attracts people and makes them feel positive without even trying. Now picture yourself at a gathering where the conversation is flowing, but it's just the typical small talk, and then there's this one person who seems to lift the entire atmosphere. Perhaps they don't say much, but their presence has a calming or uplifting effect on everyone around them. Take a moment to acknowledge this and express, you know there's something about your energy that's so captivating, it hits differently. You're seeing something deeper, something that not everyone notices. And here's why this matters in a world where most interactions focus on the surface, what someone is wearing and what they're doing. Let's relate this to Stoicism. One of the most important lessons from Stoic philosophy is the capacity to see things clearly, to put aside distractions, and to concentrate on what really matters. When you point out the intangible, you make them feel seen and show that you see people differently. Recognizing the essence of things, their genuine nature, is something Marcus Aurelius frequently spoke about. When you perceive someone's energy, you're simply observing. Going beyond the apparent and observing something that others might miss. This kind of compliment carries weight because it's rare and deeply personal. It tells the other person that they have a presence, an impact that goes beyond what can be seen or explained, and when you say it with sincerity, it has the power to create a moment of connection that feels both meaningful and memorable. So the next time you're with someone who has that magnetic energy, whether it's calming, uplifting, or simply comforting, don't let the moment pass. Take the time to acknowledge it. You'll be amazed at how much it resonates. When you do point 3, you're so passionate about what you do. It's inspiring. There's something undeniably magnetic about passion. When someone talks about the things that light them up, you can see it in their eyes, hear it in their voice, and feel it in the energy they bring to the conversation. Telling someone you're so passionate about what you do, it's inspiring is more than a compliment. It's an acknowledgement of the fire that drives them, the effort they put into something that matters deeply to them. Think about it when someone shares a part of their world with you, a project they're working on, a cause they care about, or a hobby they're completely invested in. It's not just about the activity itself, it's about the meaning behind it. It's about the hours they've spent, the obstacles they've overcome, and the dedication that keeps them going. Realizing that isn't only considerate, it has an effect and informs them. I understand how important this is to you, and I admire that image of you speaking with someone who is passionately sharing their thoughts about a cause they support or describing their most recent creative endeavor. Their excitement is contagious, and you can sense how much they care about what they're discussing rather than just saying, "That's cool." Think about what you've seen and remark something along the lines of, "The way you talk about this is amazing." When you say you're doing more than just praising what they're working on, you're acknowledging the motivation, effort, and goal, something people rarely hear. Your enthusiasm is inspiring. Passion isn't always simple. It requires sacrifices, long hours, and difficulties. This is where Stoicism beautifully ties in. The Stoics placed a high value on purpose and effort, believing that living with intention is one of the highest virtues. They taught that the meaning behind our actions is what gives them their true worth. When you recognize someone's passion, you reflect their values and appreciate their work and its purpose. This kind of recognition goes far beyond the moment. It tells the person that their dedication inspires others and that their effort has an impact beyond what they may realize. It's the kind of recognition that lingers because it connects with something deeper than surface-level praise. So the next time someone shares something they're truly passionate about, take a moment to notice the way they light up when they talk about it. Let them know that their passion inspires you. It's a simple act, but it can mean everything. Point 4. You make everyone around you feel so comfortable. There's something truly special about the way some people have a natural ability to create ease wherever they go. When you tell someone you make everyone around you feel so comfortable, you're not just pointing out an action, they're hearing that their presence has a positive and lasting impact on others. Think about it in any social situation. There's always that one person who seems to bring people together. They make sure no one feels left out. They ask the right questions to draw quieter people into the conversation, and they have a way of making the space feel welcome. It's not something they do for attention. It's simply part of who they are now. Imagine yourself at a gathering where people appear hesitant or awkward, yet there she is, navigating the room with ease. Perhaps she spots someone sitting by themselves and gently invites them to join in the conversation. Or perhaps her warm laugh puts even the most reserved person at ease. When you take the time to acknowledge this and say, "I love how you make everyone feel so comfortable in it." She is chatting with everyone with ease, bringing smiles and laughter along the way. Beyond a simple compliment, it shows that you have observed the goodwill and effort she puts into her deeds. You are expressing your observation of how she brightens the lives of those around her. Let's briefly relate this to Stoicism. According to the Stoics, empathy and compassion are essential qualities, since how we treat others determines how we create. One of the most significant ways to live is to connect with others in harmony. By appreciating and recognizing someone's capacity to make others feel at ease, you're embodying those very values. People often overlook emotional intelligence because they are quick to praise external accomplishments or appearances. However, when you highlight this, you're demonstrating that you value the deeper qualities that truly make someone extraordinary. You're recognizing a strength that comes from understanding and care rather than dominance or control. This is why this kind of recognition is so impactful. Therefore, the next time you witness someone fostering an environment where everyone is comfortable, whether it be at a gathering, a meeting, or even just a casual conversation, don't ignore it and let them know how much you respect that skill. Point 5. I love how authentic you are. In a world where so many people feel pressured to project a polished image of themselves on social media, at work, and in their relationships, authenticity is refreshing. When you tell someone you admire their authenticity, you're recognizing something extremely valuable and uncommon: their bravery in being themselves without filters or pretenses. Consider this for a moment. How frequently do you come across someone who seems truly authentic? We rarely find someone who laughs at their own quirks, shares an honest opinion, or lets their emotions show. But when we do, we're drawn to them. Imagine yourself conversing with someone who shares a personal story with you or delivers a unique joke. You can tell they're not trying to impress you or fit into anyone else's expectations. They're just being themselves. When you take the time to acknowledge that and say, "I love how authentic you are," it's more than just a compliment. It's an affirmation. It's a way of saying, "I see you for who you truly are, and I admire that." Hearing those words can be immensely affirming for someone who values their authenticity. Since they taught that living with virtue entails accepting ourselves for who we are, flaws and all, rather than attempting to live up to the expectations of others, the Stoics had a great respect for this type of honesty. Valued authenticity means seeing someone for who they are, without superficial judgments. Marcus Aurelius wrote about concentrating on the essence of things rather than their appearance. The next time you're with someone who is being authentically themselves, take a moment to acknowledge it and let them know how much you admire their ability to be themselves in a world that so frequently pushes people to be anything. This kind of recognition is powerful because most people rarely focus on superficial traits like appearance, clothing, or accomplishments. Authenticity, on the other hand, is something deeper. It's about who someone is at their core and having the courage to show it to the world. It's one of the most meaningful compliments your recipient will remember. Point 6. You have this ability to add excitement to everything. When you mention to someone that you have a way of making everything feel more exciting, you're acknowledging a quality that isn't just uncommon, but transformative. Think about it. We've all had those moments where the company of the right person makes everything feel different. A routine outing, such as getting coffee, can suddenly feel like an adventure due to the person's approach, or a quiet evening can suddenly come alive with laughter and conversation. This type of energy not only makes a space feel better, but it also impresses everyone around. Imagine yourself sitting at home or running errands on a typical day, but with her, everything feels better. When you tell her that you have this way of making everything feel more exciting, you're pointing out something that goes beyond words, demonstrating that you recognize the unique way she influences the world around her and letting her know that her presence changes the atmosphere, making it brighter, more vibrant, and memorable. She turns ordinary things into memorable ones, not just the activity. More alive now, let's relate this to Stoicism. Stoics held that our energy at any one time can affect not just ourselves, but also people around us. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about adding to the greater harmony of life, highlighting the fact that even our smallest actions impact the whole. This is what makes such a compliment stand out. It's not about what she's doing, but rather how she's doing it. It's about the intangible quality that makes her irreplaceable, the way her energy shapes and transforms the experience for everyone involved. Therefore, the next time you find yourself in an unexpectedly joyful moment where her presence makes the ordinary extraordinary, take a moment to think about it and let her know how much you value the way she adds excitement and warmth to every moment. Let me ask you a question now. Which compliment stands out in your memory the most? Is it something you thought about for years, or a small incident with a big impact? Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to think about what we've covered. These 6 points aren't just compliments. They're ways to create real, meaningful connections. They are about noticing the things that truly matter, the qualities that make someone unique, and expressing your appreciation in a way that resonates deeply. I challenge you to try one of these ideas this week. Whether it's acknowledging someone's energy, their authenticity, or the way they make others feel, take the time to say it. If this video gave you something to think about, or if you're planning to put these ideas into practice, please let me know by leaving a comment below with your thoughts. If you found this helpful, Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Watch how it changes the conversation and strengthens your relationship. You might be surprised by how much of a difference it makes.